Hi guys, this is Ian at Car Camera Shop here. Today this is just a quick unboxing video of the Mini 0806. This is the latest camera in the Mini series of cameras, and based on the specification for this I think it's going to be really popular. I'll just turn this round so that you can see the specification on the back there. You can pause that if you want to take a look in detail. Some highlights: cinema mode, which records a 21:9 aspect ratio, recording at 1080p 45 frames per second. That'll be interesting to see how that works out. And down here, the fact that this camera accepts two memory cards, each with a capacity of 128 gigabytes, which gives a total of 256 gigabytes of storage, which is a huge amount. So this thing can hold a lot of footage at any one time. So let's take a quick look inside. You'll notice it's really nicely packaged, this camera. So we take the sleeve off and then get into the box inside. Hopefully you can see in here. Here we've got the camera itself. Just take that out. Here's the GPS mount. Pop that to one side. And then all the accessories are just in this little box at the side here. I'll take that out, I'll get rid of the box for now. So, I'm sure you all want to see the camera first, so we'll just take a look at this. I've taken the lens covers off for now, just so we can get straight in here, but yeah, if you're familiar with the range, you'll see that it's a similar styling than the rest in the range. Slightly squared off edges, and you'll notice a lot more ventilation all around the camera, which is good to see. That'll really help this move some of the heat, dissipate some of the heat that it generates. Dashcams process a huge amount of data, and that can generate heat, so that'll really help to keep it cool and keep it working as it should. On the back here, again, very similar to the previous versions with the kind of 3-button control. Same size screen, that's 1.5-inch screen. This time some LEDs here which will just signify whether it's powered, whether it's recording, and whether it's got a GPS signal. So that's good to see. On the bottom here we have one of the memory card slots that we talked about. So this will accept 128 gigabytes. Here's a HDMI out. On this end here, this is our main power button, and on the top here, here's that second memory card slot, and the power connector. This here at the top is the connector, so that it can just clip into the mount. The GPS, if you choose it, the GPS is held within the mount, and also the power connects into the mount. So this will clip in here, and then this can be removed, and the mount and the power cable stay attached to your windscreen, making sure it's all neat and tidy. If I just turn this on, hopefully we can see this. I'll just zoom in a bit. If I just this is the 21:9 aspect ratio set as a default, so you'll notice the black bars at the top and bottom. If I just go into the menu, and we'll just flick through some of these settings if it wants to zoom in. There we go. I won't go into too much detail here, just pick out some highlights. So in terms of video resolutions, the options here, so here's this 21:9 aspect ratio. I'll keep flicking through. Here's the 1080p at 45 frames per second. That's at 16:9 aspect ratio. And we'll keep flicking through. Here's the high dynamic range option, recording at 1080p 30 frames per second in the 16:9 aspect ratio. From my point of view, that's probably the option that I would choose. But again, we'll explore in more detail in our review. I just keep flicking through the menu options just so you can see what's in there. Some settings just to change the the picture it's recording. This is a new option, which is to rotate the image 180 degrees. If I just turn that on, you'll notice it flicks over. Turn that back. That's so actually you can mount this camera this way up if you'd prefer to mount it on your dash. Some people do. We always recommend that you mount the camera on your windscreen behind the rear view mirror, but it's nice to see that flexibility. Keep flicking through. Here's the lane departure warning system, motion detection, the green indicator. This is this LED down here. Default that will light up when you've got a GPS signal, but this gives you the option mic status, so whether it's on mute or not to use it at all. So it's nice to see some flexibility there. Just keep flicking through. Lots of options, so you can customise this as you want it. Here's the bit about choosing the card, A, B, or let it choose automatically. There we go. So plenty of options for you to play around with. But for now, like I say, we'll be looking at that in more detail in our review. But for now, let's carry on seeing what we get in the box. So like I say, this is the GPS mount. If you get the non-GPS, it will look identical, but the weight will be different. This has got some components inside which enable it to to measure your and track your GPS signal and overlay that data with the footage you're recording, which enables the camera to plot your location and therefore calculate your speed. You'll notice that there's power connectors on both sides. You can see that there and there, which again offers some flexibility in terms of how you mount this on your windscreen, either way round, which is haven't seen that before on any other cameras, so that's good to see. Let's get into this box here, and you start to see that actually you get quite a lot with this camera. And that's everything. Pop that to one side. So let's lay these bits out. Okay, so first and foremost, the instruction manual. Lots of information there about all the options we just looked at, so you can, I'm sure, find the answers to lots of your questions in there. Here's the power cable, which is a 3-meter cigarette lighter adapter at one end, micro USB at the other. This is a little a short USB cable, again micro USB. This will be used for connecting the camera to your computer. Here we have just a little cleaning cloth, just to keep the lens clean. Again, not many dash cams include those, so that's a nice feature. And if we can get in here, this is now you might be thinking, why has it got so many adhesive pads, when generally you only need one to mount it to your windscreen, second if you wanted to reposition it. Well, actually, you might not be able to make out the difference on these, but actually these small wedges can be used to hopefully I can show this properly and you can see, these can be used to just change ever so slightly the angle that this would mount onto your windscreen, which means that actually you can mount the camera towards the edges of your windscreen, and this is a 4 degrees and this is 2 degrees. Just that slight alteration means you can keep the camera pointing forwards despite it being mounted to the edge of your windscreen, which is say, not many other cameras. I haven't seen that on any other cameras so far, but I think it's a really good idea, so we'll possibly see that appearing on a lot more cameras going forwards. I'll just pop these back in here. One of the optional accessories for the camera, which is proven to be really popular, is this, which is a polarizing filter. Sometimes when dash cams are recording and there's really bright bright sunlight, the dashboard is reflected in the windscreen and then in the footage, and that can really impact the quality of the footage that's being recorded. So a polarizing filter helps combat that. This has got a magnet in it, and this will just clip over the top. There's just a line that you just line up at the top, and there we go. So this is an optional accessory of a polarizing filter, but it's already proven to be really popular, so that's something that you might want to consider. So if I can just try and arrange all these bits. So lots of bits and pieces that come in the bundle with this, the Mini 0806. If you want any more information, there's lots on our website, or please do drop us a line, ask us any questions. I hope that's been useful. Speak to you soon. Bye.